Last time, we finally got the question answered of who would win in a fight. One very large demonic bridge guard who wields magical weapons with inhuman strength, or a naked dude, fresh off of his first level, wielding a sword that he only stole just prior to doing the fight. Of course, the winner is me. So let's finally get into the castle. I've been putting this off for this episode because I still really don't think I should be here. I mean, yes, I am now using the axe, and even more than that, I do have a full-on 40 points in strength now. Yes, I did some leveling on those giants, which means that I am at the maximum amount of strength that I'm going to be. 40 in past games has been the soft cap. You get really diminishing returns after that point, and of course, two-handing this, I also get a 1.5 times like strength modifier, I suppose you could call it, so I'm effectively using this at 60 strength right now. Oh. Sure, what's going on? And I don't think it's going to get any better than that.
You're tarnished, aren't you?
I am.
I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle.
Like, I got 40 strength. I'm not that strong.
Hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected.
Very well.
Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnished that I like. I pray for your success.
Well, thanks, because I do not think that this part is going to be going nearly as well as I did against Margit. Yeah. That's a big gate, and I don't really have any ability to open it, so, well, let's do exactly as he says. Why not? I'm sure this won't be any sort of trap or whatnot. There is a summoning statue right here if I want to call in friends, which is usually a bad sign, but whatever, it's fine. Ruin fragments. But hey, otherwise, this is thus far a pretty friendly area. One of the things that has yet to appear in the game, after all, is the old dragon blowing fire at you as you try and cross a bridge. This is the perfect sort of place for it to start to show up. But of course, I've already done this bit. Even gotten a little bit... Ah, there we go. Nope. Instead, it's bird with knives on feet. I hate this enemy. When you're using a big, heavy weapon, it's not the easiest to deal with. Let's just say that one right now. And yes, it really does have knives on its feet. Look at that. What a very silly type of enemy. So you might be asking, what am I going to put stuff in now that I'm topped off on strength? Well, vigor. All into HP. I just want tons and tons of HP now because my stamina actually doing pretty good. I mean, you can see that stamina bar is gigantic, and I rarely ever get off a full combo on enemies before they're already attacking me again. Nothing over there. So I might as well just take health. I mean, I could also try and go into maybe a little bit of dexterity. After all, quality weapons, ones that scale with both dexterity and strength, certainly do exist in the game. And plenty of the... Oh. I think I am actually going to have to fight these guys. Sort of a tiny area right now. Oh, well. All right, yeah, if you're going to do the old Storm Ruler sword thing, I suppose that's a little bit different now, isn't it? Well, anyway, that could be an option. I could always try and go take some actual spells, buffs, everything like that. But I think that I want to continue going on a big boy, big melee game. Just be able to take a lot of hits, be able to deal a lot of damage per hits. That's the type of gameplay that I am looking for right now. And I think that's going to be good enough for the rest of the game. It's been working out so far in the other in the adventures of Hatsune Miku, after all. Okay. Once again, you see, I fell into the old chump move of trying to fight enemies in a Souls game. You never do that. My God, why would you even try such a thing? Look, I'm here to get into this castle, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not here to kill everybody. And look at all these exploding barrels. All right, then. Yeah. This is another very classic Dark Souls type of thing. The old undead village. First thing that you have there is a bunch of guys throwing firebombs at you. Hey, it's still true here. I had somebody asking during one of the streams, hey, do they just have like a lack of originality, or do they tend to repeat a lot of things from Soft in each one of the Souls games? Well, they tend to repeat a lot of things in each one of these games. If this is your first time playing a Souls game, if you started up with Elden Ring because of the hype or anything like that, let me tell you, there are a lot of very similar threads of ideas that exist between each one of these games, and you kind of get used to it over time, knowing how everything works, whether it's the individual character movesets, whether it's the... I'm just going to break these things. There. Can't explode them if they're broken. Yeah, I know that doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is, you know? So, I mean, like, number one piece of advice I suppose I would probably say to anybody that's playing this for the first time is that you can just run past enemies. And with the amount of enemies that exist... with the amount of enemies that exist in these games, it's usually much safer just to try and dodge past them than fight every single one of them. Trust me. I would be using so many more flask charges if I tried fighting everything. Okay, just open the door. And I do remember this. Yoink. Oh, first off, I do need that. And second off, there's this guy here. Maybe most importantly. Let's just get 2 heals right now to make absolutely sure. This is definitely the point in time that I would take out my torch, and in fact, I will. And in fact, I will. There we go. Let's kind of see what's going on. Yeah, it's a big boy. It's a quite big boy who's got some real fun storm-related powers. Oh, nice. Ah! Time to leave. Great. I don't know who was laughing there in that cutscene or why it even required a cutscene, but I can make this whole thing work. It's not going to be easy. This is sort of a powerful guy, but I do have the power of jump attacks on my side. Well, at least I would, if I actually managed to use it there. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Look, I got the key, that's the important thing. Sometimes sacrificing a life, sacrificing some souls purely to just make progress is the most important thing you can do. If I was going to take any guess, I'm assuming that the person that was laughing there is Patches. Because there's a lot of very similar threads that exist in this game. I haven't seen Patches just yet, but this is a FromSoft game, so I assume he exists in here. And he usually does stuff like close doors behind you. Whatever. Anyway, key is the important thing right now. Run up here. Get into that one door. Needless to say, going into the castle, this is a very dungeon-like area. Not nearly as open, not nearly as easy to just jump on a horse and kind of run past everything. That's not going to stop me from running past everything, but it's not as easy to run past everything, you understand. Good. Still, I'm sure something interesting would have happened there if I did actually beat that guy, but whatever, it's fine, it's fine. You might also notice that I did get another flask charge in the meantime. I did a lot of exploration around the map. Can't show that right now. To make sure I kind of knew where all of the major landmarks of interest were. Okay. Might give me more souls, I'm betting, if I use it. Usually what silver things mean. Thinking of the covetous silver serpent ring in the past. Oh yeah, I should also equip up that talisman. I believe I have an extra slot for that. Let's just... No. I already didn't want to fight any big Silver Knight type of guys, so I am going to not do that right now. No. Yeah, that's a shortcut for later, so... In other words, it's not going to be something I can activate just yet. That, though, will be very helpful. I might even want to go rest there just to make sure that I have all my potion charges again. Ah, yes, I do remember this area. This is when things start to get real saucy. Because that. And then, of course, it immediately starts attacking you again. Oh, hi. There's also another guy that came in behind me. Cool. Yeah, so it's going to be really hard to run away from these birds. I need to kill them. And I can kill them in one hit with a... jump slash, but I need to actually hit them with it. That's sort of the more important deal right now. There we go. Of course, also tossing exploding barrels at me makes them somewhat more difficult than your average enemy to try and deal with. Kind of want to just bait that out immediately. This is one of those areas that you really can't just run through, you know? Because of the utter ridiculous... There we go. Because the utter ridiculousness with what's given to me here. All right. Anyway, yes, I was going to say here real quick. But you can see I got a whole bunch more areas kind of like lined up that I'm going to go to, provided that my assault on the castle is unsuccessful. And I mean, even if it is, much like Margit, I didn't really expect to beat him on my first try, but if I do manage to, say, beat the keeper of this keep immediately, I'm still going to probably go back into the first area and do a little bit of looking around. Plenty of things left to go find, after all. Anything of interest going on in here? Walking through a door, the first thing I think is that I'm going to be immediately attacked by some enemy that's going to just jump out from behind the door frame and grab me and then rip off my entire head, but that didn't happen this time.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Rogier is the name. A sorcerer, as you might
Yeah, you could have helped me out with Margit.
I'm looking for a little something here in the castle.
I saw your summon sign.
From the troops, that is. Enough about
I know the
me.
feeling.
What are you doing here in Stormveil Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
I guess I'm here to defeat... am I? Well, I suppose I'm here to defeat Godric.
See, here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you? You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace. Well, enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time. Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
Sure. What do you got? Nothing I can probably use, but it's at least good to see what's going on here. Affinities and skills to armament would probably be quite useful. But there's no way I'm going to have the stats to use these unless I really try and build for it. And then even then, it's probably not going to be as good of a buff as I want it to be. You know how that is. I should really make sure that I am looking at each one of the descriptions for items. They usually have extra lore and interesting stuff going on. I haven't really been doing it much with the other playthrough, but here, this is going a little bit more pleasantly, so might as well take some time out to see what's going on. Swords, yeah. Couldn't even use that one anyway if I'm going to be using this whole thing. What a goofy item. Just spin a sword in front of me. So yeah, that's the guy whose summon sign was in the fight right before Margit. So I could have kind of seen what was going on with that dude, see if he could help me out, but I still want to keep going solo. I think if I didn't drop down there, that's where I would have came down otherwise. Now, if you'll excuse me. Did you just run right off the edge? No, I don't think so. That would have been funny, though. Not unheard of in these games. For enemies just to fall off the edge. It's about as dangerous to them as it is for you. So, yeah. All right. But yeah, grafted. You might remember that word from earlier where I saw a grafted scion. That was the first enemy that killed me way at the start of the game. Apparently, not an uncommon sort of practice around here. Taking limbs and putting them on other things, which is why that guy had like 1,000,000 arms. I'm not going to... Well, something died. Not that guy, though. Okay. Mimic's Veil. Oh, I think that's for PvP stuff. Turn things into... Ah! I fell down a little bit more than I wanted to there. But at least I know where I'm going. Speaking of grafted soldiers and grafted scions and everything. Hey, look, there's another one. Yeah. So that's, there's your lore reason as to what exactly that big monstrous thing was. And I said, I'm not here interested in fighting any of them. No. Especially not this area. The, Tarnished Hunters are, quite numerous. Rogier was not lying. Let's just say that one right now. And knowing exactly where I'm going is going to be such an incredibly good help for the time being. Yep, no, good. Now, I do believe if I just keep going forward, yes. There we go. Touch that grace, baby. Whew. Boy, let me tell you, first few times going through this area, if you don't know exactly where you're going, it's like that can be rough. Real rough. Now, of course, I'm going to die here because, you know, have a lot of dudes on me right now, but at least I managed to get through okay. At least that dog got what was coming down. That's the most important thing so far. So yeah, you can go run through there, and I might go take another look, but the real point, to get some more good stuff, but the real point, of course, was to make sure that I got through that area. This being a big dungeon, it's kind of hard to find progress if you don't know exactly where you're going. By kind of hard, I mean exceptionally hard. In fact, I do think that if there is an area I want to get to, not here. I will grab that. In fact, you know what? I'm not getting those runes back right now. I don't really care that much either. 500 is not a lot compared to everything I've been doing. However, on the other hand, doing a little jumping puzzle here should get me a bunch of other pretty great stuff at the same time, too. Golden runes, smithing items. Might not be clear that you wouldn't immediately die walking down here. Hey, the giant rat that makes all the rules. Not going to be dealing with that. Poison bloom, probably great poison stuff. Here, let me take my I'm not going to be fighting stuff. I might as well just go take this out. Oh, that was one of the dung beetles. Ah, dang it. Bet that probably would have given me something cool. Well, even... Look, I can actually fight stuff. I do have stats here to wield this proper, and that's... Okay, never mind. Slow weapons and fast little rodentia do not mix very well, now do they? No surprise, but, I mean... Well, I got what I was looking for. Didn't get that dung beetle, but I know it's there if I want to go back for it. Also, a few other places of interest that I might want to go to right now, if I'm remembering locations correctly. This, what is this called? Like the Lift Bonfire or something? Does also put me very close to another area that I would like to get to. Oh, that's for, calling people. I'm not calling people here. Yeah, kind of stick over to the left side. From that place. Looking for some stairs going downwards. Right here. Watch out for the ballista. They do have a ballista set up. Don't forget about that. Here as well. It might actually be a flamethrower, but frankly, I don't want to get hit by either of those. Just want to go through here. Look out for that. Oh, so close though. Damn, I'm not even entirely sure what hit me from behind there. Well, I'd like to at least get to that area if I can. Obviously, unless I had some sort of ranged weapon, I'm not really going to be able to take those guys out from a distance, or at all. But I don't think there's strength scaling bows, or if there are, I have not found one just yet. I would probably need a pretty substantial investment into dexterity if I wanted to go get that. And to try and kill those guys, I would have to kill literally everything else at the same time, too. It's an entire thing. It's an entire set of conditions that would go to me trying to make this singular area easier when I can just kind of run past, right? And that's the way I look at it. There is, of course, also sneaking. There's always the old sneaky thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least I'm not dead this time. Exploding bolts are powerful, of course, but not powerful enough to kill me yet. They might be powerful enough to kill me soon enough. I'm not going to hang around here to find out. And there's some sort of gigantic monster, which I'm not even going to... No, we're running. We're running. 100% running. And he might still be able to fit in here. I'm not going to have a repeat of the Tree Knight guy. Okay. Good. Very nice. This is not obviously where I want to be at least for the time being, but I want to have this here bonfire opened up for some stuff later. For now, though, the fact that I have it opened is the only thing that I need. Now, continuing on from this point. Just got to leave the area and keep going down the path that has already kind of appeared before me. Opposite of that place that I was dropping down earlier. Alright. Obviously the lift is currently not in operation. Don't get me wrong, if it was, that'd be great, but that's a... Oh boy. That is a thing to activate for a later time, for a little bit of fun time shortcuts. Alright. Hey, it's one of those trees. Yoink! Thank you. I don't think that's enough to go get me another, I don't think that's enough to go get me another potion charge, but hey, it's at least enough to, get through here. Great! Yeah. This is still going slowly. Those birds, of course, are incredibly obnoxious, being way, way faster and able to get over all kinds of terrain compared to any other enemy I'm going to be fighting, but if I waited around there, I would have been immediately beset by a bunch of exploding crossbow bolts. So I think it's gonna be it's a hard decision to try and fight these things. And of course, I don't even have access to my horse here, I believe. Now, when I walk out here, you don't just suddenly give me access, do you? Get that HUD back up on screen. No. No, of course not. Sort of fool would think that I'd be able to use a horse in this area. This is not an open enough area for horse. How could it be? Alright. I got the seed. That's the most important thing. Now it's time to get past these dudes. And get past those birds. And there we go. Just need to go activate this. Excellent. Whew. Well, let's give her a try.
Mighty dragon, thou the true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. A lowly tarnished. Playing as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
There he is. Next major boss. Alright, let's get a rundown of each one of the attacks and just how dodgeable they are. Blood-starved beast style, just kind of go around the left side. Makes that pretty easy. Just stay away from that attack. That attack's not going to do you any good. So this guy's actually a lot friendlier in some ways than fighting Margit. His attacks are slow. Like, every and anything he does is... I never know how to dodge that one. Every and anything he does, all of his, like, retaliatory attacks are very slow to do, so stuff like, yeah, that stomp there gives you plenty of time to get away, which means you're actually pretty safe sort of staying next to him compared to Margit. who will just pull out the dagger over and over otherwise. I cannot figure out how to dodge that attack. It's so frustrating. Obviously, jumps are nice and punishable, not as punishable. This one should be able to get a solid hit, but that's just because, again, he really does wait a long time before he starts on nothing. And very slow jump. However, nice and punishable, much like Margit. This attack is actually quite punishable. It's a 1, 2, 3, and then he slams down twice, which is not that bad, but you got to make sure that you're far enough away to actually dodge the first 3 attacks here. Oh, that worked. Not bad, not bad. It's not like the best stuff going on here. All right. I want to try and like bait out the. I want to try and bait out the jump attack when he does that, because I know how to dodge that. Can't figure out the other thing. Around the left side, get a good hit. I could probably even get 2 hits, really. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Slam down, wait. Slam down, punish. Thankfully, he does not have very fast retaliatory attacks. Now, what do you want to do here? Please go for the jump. Don't go for the whirlwind. I hate the whirlwinds. He's going for the whirlwind. At least I dodged it there for once. For once in my godforsaken life. Slam attack is just a slam attack. I don't know if I want to go in there, but... There. You can combo that into more, but he usually only does the 2. Alright. Obviously, that does do quite a bit of damage if you get caught in it. Just... should be easy enough not to. Hey, second phase, baby. Get away from there. He does have one more attack he's gonna throw down. Ugh. That will hurt you.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
What a goofy boss. Anyway, alright, now he gets a ton more jump range attacks here that are just going to be incredibly annoying to fight. Here, not too bad. That I'll take. Because that one stays pretty much the exact same. But like this, stay away. Don't even get near. Dude has quite some range on that attack in particular. That is a breathe fire on the ground. You really cannot tell what the hitbox is. It's super terrible. But that one is just kind of to prevent you from getting too near him. He'll also go for the big fire breath over and over. And he loves to use those very long range attacks if you are very far away from him. So the best thing to do is just try and stay kind of close to make sure that he keeps going for melee stuff. He does also get a command grab with the dragon mouth, where he'll snatch you up in it and then slam you on the ground, breathe a bunch of fire on you. Not as much damage as you would think it would do, but still a dangerous one nonetheless. So that is Godric. It really, I think he's easier than Margit. I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's nearly as bad, but obviously I did die to him, so what are you going to say? Let's instead go and do some other stuff here. Start out over at the Church in Marika, where I am planning to go a little bit farther east. I was talking before about how the Plague Lands are over there. And although obviously I've already been, I think it's more interesting to actually see the build up to getting over into that area. So we'll start from, I think this is the farthest east that I was in the previous episode. Dang, I probably could have done pretty good against Godric there. The only thing is that, man, you get stuck in the corner. You get hit pretty hard. I had already used a lot of flask charges and everything. Stuff like his 5-hit combo where he does the 3 strikes and then 2 slam downs. Pretty easy to deal with. It's just much like with Margit, you gotta kinda make sure that you are already at a good distance from him. Oh, I don't think I actually want to go here. I want to go up those cliffs. That's what I'm looking for more than anything else. Take a look at the map here real quick. Yeah, you can see how a lot of like little cliff lands here. But then I want to go up to the left, kind of circle around. Then there's also the other place that I didn't even look at all in the first episode is this area down here. There's an entire little island full of fun stuff to go explore. A lot of things that might not necessarily have me be too much better prepared for stuff that I'm going to be... For going up against Godric here, but is at least going to be nice enough to... It's going to be nice enough to try and go see what's going on. Hey, that's content, baby, you know?
Is anybody there?
Yep, me.
Might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight, servant to the true
Oh, yeah, Haight. I was at the...
celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor.
Yeah, I was at the Haight Fortress in the previous episode. Something that I had not found before. Now, problem here, Ken, is that, you know, the entirety of your fort is overrun by zombies, who I think might have formerly been your men. So, that said, I also still have plenty more goblins here to fight, so please give me 1 second. I have no idea where this guy is, but I'm gonna try and find him, I suppose. Okay, shut up, Ken. I'm here. I'm here. I just got it. There's goblins. Please. Okay, here. Maybe I can just go find him first. Are you up on top of this, probably? You. What's happening?
You've come to lend me your aid, have you?
What's happening, Alfred?
That's very kind, but no, the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Haight. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormveil took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Okay, I can do that, sure.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, yeah, right, fine.
To the south. Oh, I see. Fret not. The great Kenneth Haight is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed upon the dawn of my fort's retrieval.
Well, I don't really have the time for celebrations. Anything more substantial?
Yes. Now, allow me to furnish you with a little advice. I would take great care to avoid Godric's tarnished hunts were I in your shoes. That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of grafting.
I've seen.
Godric's nothing more than a jumped-up country bumpkin. Lord? Oh, don't make me laugh. First, he hid himself amongst the womenfolk to flee the capital, then hid from Radahn in that castle. Then he insulted Melania, lost to her in battle, only to lick her boots rather than die like a man. Has he no shame, the big girl's blouse? And to think, he's the blood of Godfrey, last of the golden lineage, though you almost wouldn't know it to look at him. Yeah. I almost feel sorry for the chap the more I think of it.
Okay. A little bit of lore on Godric.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, yeah, I got it. Alright, well, that explains why why all the Tarnished are, well, why everybody's trying to attack me in here. Mostly do with this Godric guy. Obviously, While a notable fellow, he's not that powerful. At least until he puts a dragon on his arm, I suppose. Grafting is an interesting strategy. I don't know if I necessarily would say that it was making him any stronger. Like I said, I think Margit is doing just fine, and that dude has a big stick and magic. He didn't have to go combine 10 more limbs onto himself. Hey, what do you got? Actually, I think that's just going to be a potion charge. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Well, that was a fun little diversion, but I did get pretty far off track. So let's go back from the church here and get onto the actual location that I'm looking for, which should just be right up here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay, here we go. Here's this gigantic jumping air spout thing. No, this is what I'm looking for, though. Get up here. Get all the way up here. And I should be able to enter the next area pretty easily from this point. Yeah, you also can just kind of run up this giant hill, but that giant there also has learned the skill of the dodge roll and will do it directly into you for a massive amount of damage. It's not that hard to dodge around him, but I don't know if I'd want to, really. Anyway, hey, it's another one of the many churches that exist in the game, and you know that it's going to be important with the way that I immediately dismounted from the horse there. Yeah, I would call this place the Redlands, if I was going to give it any sort of a name. But first off, before anything else happens, stop that. Stop doing that. Hey, you might not recognize that weapon. That's the butcher's knife. We got the old, really now. We got the old, classic type of Dark Soulsian invader. Man-Eater Mildred. Obviously a little bit different of a name, but, in style, more or less the exact same. There we go. Yeah, I even got the old two-hand slam down, which is a staple of this weapon. I'd love to get it myself. Usually a very good strength scaling weapon if I could get it, but I got no idea where this thing is going to appear. Traditionally in the past, Man-Eater Mildred was the person who, oh, there we go, was the person who would also drop it, but I guess that's not actually the case in this game. Otherwise, I would have already had it. Thanks, Anastasia. You're making it very difficult to get in here. All right. On Fire Church. What do you got going on in here? Some stuff from this. Cookbooks. So a lot more stuff for consumable items and whatever, but nothing truly important, I would say. Hey, collecting things and potentially having probably like fire-related items could be good. And I mean, hey, defeating another one of the invaders is fine, I suppose. Those are non-multiplayer ones, but you know. All right, let's go get into the Redlands proper. Caelid. This place, I believe, lore-wise, is supposed to be like infested with the Crimson Rot, some sort of very deadly type of disease, which has even infected like the landscape itself, turning it very dour. Let's go with that. Even the wildlife are, well, there's something. And there you are. This is also a place, from what I understand, that you're going to be seeing a lot of the Crimson Rot like status affliction, which those things will probably do pretty good to prevent me from getting, but also if I just don't fight any enemies, that will also help a lot as well. You know how that goes. Just imagine fighting enemies in a Souls game. Ridiculous. Anyway, plenty of good stuff around here, even if it's not going to be anything advancing the plot for the time being. Yeah, look at the grossness going on here. It is a dangerous place. Probably, if you actually wanted to fight some of these enemies, they're not easy. They come with the same moveset as the gigantic alligator dogs from Dark Souls 3, if you're looking for that, where they will just barrel at you, dealing a ton of damage. The most notably is that one where they'll like snapping their jaws just make a total like bum rush right towards your direction, dealing a ton of damage. A great sword. Great sword. Anyway, get me out of here. I have little interest in fighting the Tyrannosaurus Rex dogs. Otherwise, you'll also see a lot of soldiers around here who are also spending their time trying... Have I got this one? No, apparently not. You also find a lot of soldiers around here who are also additionally trying to fight the mutated wildlife. Ew. You can maybe snatch a few souls from them when they actually manage to kill them, but aside from that, yeah, they even have a few fairly heavy pieces of equipment here to assist with that. But, you know, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it to try and get souls, hoping that they're going to be able to kill stuff. So, as always with each one of the ruins, well, let's see what's going on. Oh, boy. Pumpkinhead? Like a Lance Henriksen movie? Okay, well, this could probably get me something, cool, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm, like I said, this is sort of a high-level area. I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in even trying to go fight some of these, chalice dungeons. They're like chalice dungeons, dudes. So, but, hey, they're here if I was interested in doing that. Maybe wait until I at least beat Godric, you know? Tiny area, dual boss fight. Not like the true dual boss fight, like your Ornstein and Smough type of thing, but certainly approaching it. No. There's like there were the hunters that you would find in the chalice dungeons that I think are a much better comparison for that. The comparisons, of course, continuing to come fast and furious around here. Alright, so I can just continue to run around this blasted, disgusting landscape full of blight and horrid monsters, but I do have actual things that I want to do in here. Not go to that tower, I can tell you that right now. You can go to the trees, hitting up the minor arid trees, I believe they're called, are how you get the stuff for your wondrous physics flask, so you can customize it a little bit more. Get yourself stuff like healing over time, extra stamina, extra health. Ah! It's fine. This horse is a little bit more difficult to do stuff like turn around than you would expect, which is why I sometimes just barrel off of cliffs like that. But there are also a bunch of other things here. Yeah, like more specifically, things like flask upgrades are what you're looking for, or greatsword if you're into the greatsword thing. I don't know. I'm happy with my axe right now. I think the axe is pretty cool, but let's at least take a look. No, I don't even know where I got this. Where the hell did I get this? Anyway, greatsword. No, I don't have the dexterity. Can I use it? Well, let's at least take a look. Yeah, this is your berserk weapon. If you're a big fan of berserk, they put it in this game as well. In the original Dark Souls, it was actually, well, it was still very large, but not entirely unrealistically sized. By the time Dark Souls 2 came around, they decided to just make it larger than an actual, like, human being. It's sort of ridiculous. Well, there's where you find that in case you're looking for it. The Meteoric Ore Blade, a katana made... Where did I get this? I don't... Yeah, I was like looking around and everything to make sure that I got all the grace points here so that I could warp to them easily if I didn't want to run across the entire landscape, but, huh. Well, anyway, so, yeah, I could, go run across everywhere, but this is the place I want to get to. If I just keep going to the east, of course, I'd be able to get to it pretty easily. But I do believe this has the flask upgrade that I crave. And I should also see if I can use the golden seed that I have. I think I might be at the point where I need 2 golden seeds to get another flask charge, so getting 1 is not going to be useful enough. Maybe I have 2 for some reason. I don't know where I would have picked up the other one, but it doesn't matter. Let's take a look. I got 1. Let's see. What do you got here? Can I do it? Can I maybe get 1 more in here? I need 2. Okay. And it just keeps increasing over time. But as it is, yeah, it's heading over in this direction. Sends you to another one of the big statues. Grab that for a sacred tear. Very nice. That's the exact sort of thing I want. There's also an NPC here. Hey, what's going on with you?
Who's there?
A person that ran by you 5 to 6 times prior to this.
If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man. If you are wise, you will leave in my flesh.
Yes. Do you have anything else? Can I help you?
If you are wise, my flesh.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's that. Major thing to do here is get yourself a flask upgrade, and that's about it. But hey, +2. It should be even. By the way, 6,000 souls. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that anytime soon. But bam. There's another one. If you're still struggling with Margit, you can make your way all the way over here and manage to get another plus to the amount that this thing is healing, but I don't know otherwise, though. And then kind of like looking around the landscape, you can see gigantic skulls. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lore reason for that. Ah! What the hell? Do you mind? I'm trying to do an LP here. It's the Tree Guardian all over again. But, yeah. Well, I didn't know there were enemies so close to the Church of the Plague. Huh. I still have not found a spirit tuner in any way. Would be nice if I could find something like that, because I would very much like to have my ashes upgraded, but... Oh, they're right outside of here. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice these dudes. These weird bug men. Do I even have any souls to get to? Oh my god. Well, usually you can just run inside of that area and it's totally fine. But then, like, the other thing to look at is down here in this valley, there is the town of Celia, the town of mystics, which I can go kind of check out at least for a second here, provided that I'm not about to die to anything else wacky currently occurring. Hey, being on the horse gives you a pretty big advantage when it comes to not fighting things. Not fighting things is the way to go, of course. Imagine fighting things in the Souls game. But, you know, the extra burst of speed makes it that much easier to do. Giant pots. Also giant. Not interested in fighting actually armed guys, though. I'll go grind on the minor giants who are just hauling around carts all day, every day. But not the ones that have actual, you know, weapons. That's ridiculous. Okay. So yeah, I can go hit up this area down here. Get another message. Kind of a rare one. Stop by the shack. Up there. Maybe watch out for the guard dog. Just the feeling that I don't want to disturb them. Yo, what's going on?
Oh, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure indeed. I am Gari, a great sage. In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along.
Sure, why not? I'm a video game protagonist.
Able to cross the scarlet swamp of Aeonia. Don't fret. I'll provide fine recompense. Should you accept, I will teach you the secret of Celia, the town you see there.
I can't really see it quite, but sure.
Ah, then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl. Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Celia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness.
Yes, I think I might have met her before.
The rotting sickness that afflicts Millicent has no cure. When the Erd Tree flourished, even the demigods could not stave off its effects, despite their nigh godhood. But Millicent's suffering can be ameliorated. For this, you are to find a certain needle. Seek the deep scarlet swamp of Aeonia outside Celia's bounds.
It's like
The
right
needle,
there.
made from unalloyed gold, is lost somewhere there.
Well, I'd love to go give it an attempt, but I really have no idea where that thing is. I know where the swamp is, but
First,
anything else?
you must find the unalloyed. It's hidden
Yeah.
somewhere. Then I will the secret.
And secrets of the town, but it's a town of mages, which is not really my wheelhouse, but still. If I'm going to be looking to do a little bit of side questing, perhaps it could be worthwhile. And as always in Souls games, magic is represented by, of course, gigantic glowing stones. There it is. Celia, the town of sorcery. Sorcerers all do appear to be dead, though. Doesn't really remove any of their magical abilities, though, needless to say. And you can kind of keep going up here. Find yourself another one of these trees, which I already picked up the golden seed from, but hey, if you're looking to also continue to upgrade flasks, good thing to look for there. And then if I just jump down here, one, another grace, and two, here's the swamp. So that's sort of what you're looking at if you're trying to look for this this needle. To find the secrets of the swamps. But I don't know. Hey, by the way, I know what you're thinking. This seems very familiar. Well, let me assure you right now, yes, it is one of those swamps. They just can't stop putting these in these games, can they? Never. Never going to stop. Never gonna stop with the poison swamp. They love the poison swamp. I don't know why they love the poison swamp so much. They love it, though. Adore it. Okay. That's mostly everything that I want to do over here in the Plague Lands. Let's go get back into Agil Lake North. Yeah, this is very close to the grinding area with all the giants. And then I'm going to start going south. Go hit up another fun side questy type of area. A mini dungeon, whatever you'd like to call it. But that was the major thing that I wanted to show off over in that place for right now. Obviously, if you want to go and fight things, there's plenty more to do. But for right now, at least at this point in the game, I think that's about all you're really looking for. Maybe if you can find that needle, I couldn't. That it could be worth it to check that out. But I'm also not doing a magic build. Maybe you would give me, I mean, there are a bunch of like magic gates and everything in Celia. Who knows? Maybe you'd give me a key to some of those so I could go rob all of those areas for their various items. As I do. It's a traditional thing for Fancy Dan to go rob or video game protagonists entirely. Okay. Easiest way to go south is just keep going along the road here. Thankfully, as much as it's dilapidated, it is still effective as a pointer for like where you might find some good stuff. Until that point, though, once again, just imagine fighting things in a Souls game. Ridiculous. Go head up on top of those cliffs there. I'm not interested. Just heading all the way down here. Should also be able to hit a few grace points here and there as well. There's one of those statues, but not quite looking for that. Ah, and there's another big ballista. Always with the big ballistas. Love those things. Hey, stone sword key. I think there's stuff I can use that on. From what I understand, it seems like it opens up. Wait, no, there should be a grace point around here. I remember this. I remember this. Like, here we go. Yeah, you. Touch that grace. Now I don't need to run all the way back here every single time. All right. And although I did a good exploration of the Redlands, that's because, well, it's very dangerous, and I might have died like 5 more times just trying to get over there in the first place. Well. Got any fun stuff around here, though, first? Morningstar. Probably a faith scaling thing. Oh, damn it. Probably a faith scaling thing. Got little interest in that. There's no way I could possibly use it. More smith and stones. Always useful. You I'll take care of. Oh my god. Okay, get the stamina back up. One more. What do you got? Almighty shout. That's definitely an arrow thing, which I do not have. Ah. Too bad, too bad. I'm gonna just continue going south on this road. All the way down to that place. I mean, you can see it in the background. And I gotta say, sometimes these maps are very easy to find. Not always, though. Oh, the turning around. The turning around! But anyway. Something attacking me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, something is attacking me. Ah! Okay. Needless to say, that's going to do something of a number on me if I get hit by it. So, maybe try and avoid that horrible fate. Hey, on a horse, though, it's like you're definitely going fast enough that it's not going to be that big of a deal. Unless he shoots point blank. That didn't do that much damage, though. Okay. Excuse me. Don't worry about me. I'm just here to rob everything. Oh, stupid anti-horse barriers. You know that I wanted to bring that horse in here. Never really works that way now, does it? Lost Grace, going right here. And then down into the mini dungeon. Although this one's actually kind of a big one. I don't really say that this is necessarily as mini as the previous ones that I have attacked. Alright. Up here, find one of the statues. Find the area that I'm going to be running into in Castle Morne. So this place is Lizardman. Look at him. Ah! Hey. Trying to do an example thing here. Do you mind? Now let's see how well I remember how to maneuver around this area. I'm not, I don't have that much confidence, I'm going to be honest here. Well, thankfully there's like jumps, there's rolls, a lot of different things that should allow me to get through here pretty easily. Oh, these guys very reminiscent of the Farron Keep characters back in Dark Souls 3. Because again, everything is nothing new under the sun. Yeah. Don't even. But, provided they're now fighting everything around here, it's not that dangerous. If you did fight everything around here, you could probably also get quite a few levels to be able to, quite a few levels to be able to do stuff. There we go. That's what you're looking for. The old, the very Sen's Fortress. Also, look at the arrows. That's cute, isn't it? That's kind of cute. Yes, arrows stick in your character. Some of them are more obvious than others. Like, oh my god, are some of them very obvious. There are some big arrows that exist in the game. Not quite, like the ones that giant shoots, not going to... Wait. Okay. The ones that giant shoots, not going to stick in your character, but there are other ones that I've seen that are, like, downright comical. Oh, it's a slime. Dark Souls slimes are notoriously resistant to physical attacks, though, so gotta use, like, fire on them to deal any decent amount of damage. I got anything to say? Sorry, no helping you. You're a ghost. Look, I'd love to assist, but your spectral nature makes that a little bit difficult for me. Okay. Nothing here. I think... Where was the actual location that I want to get to? I believe it's not from there, but is it, like, dropping? Yep, it is dropping off. There you go. Hey, if you don't know what to do, walk around on the roofs. That's the old Souls game adage. It's not. I made that up right now. But it is still very much relevant. Get over here. I want that flask charge. I haven't been resting at any one of the grace points. So, you know, makes it, one could say, a little bit tricky to actually heal up a lot. But oh yeah, I never really looked at the map here. Yeah, let's take a little bit of a glance. Something of a large area down here, but of course, Castle Morne is sort of the major notable landmark that you're going to be looking for. It's definitely the sort of thing that will allow you to really prep up for farting Margit? Yeah, you know what? Whatever. For farting mind breaking Margit. That's what we do here on this channel. Fart based mind break. Anyway. That's just a phrase that has been in my head in the past few days, which I just find extremely hilarious because I'm 5. Okay. You still can't use that because this is kind of like a dungeony type of area. These guys, I'll just leave them to their thing. It's fine. And then, of course, right around here. I wanted to see if I could walk around because I thought that would be pretty funny. Okay, let's try that again. Stop trying to go around the arena. Stop trying to dodge and not actually do it. Because I've fought this guy several times thus far. So, Leonine Misbegotten. Very fast, very powerful, very susceptible to stuns. So all I need to really do is just dodge 1 or 2 of his attacks, and I should survive totally fine. As always, with every boss in this game, he's got like a 10-hit combo that he does. If you, 2, 3... I actually somehow didn't get hit there. Good. 2. And get a big slam. And welcome to the game. Alright. +2 on my flask also means that I should be able to heal up fully every single time I get hit. So that's also good just by itself. Now you want to do like a big jump? Yes, you do. And then you want to take a lot of damage after I do this. Oh, no, not quite. Should be looking okay, though. Mostly looking for him to try to do like a leap attack or something, which will be very punishable for me. Like this. There you go. Oh, frustrating fight, but not like the worst. Because he's got relatively little health, and you know, as long as you're hoping for his big jump attack, you can punish that pretty well. So what did I actually get? Some kind of item. Do I want to use it? Hard to say. Grafted blade greatsword. And kind of a goofy looking cheese grater of a weapon. Legendary armaments, but what does it require to equip, which apparently I don't actually have. Taking a look here. Dexterity. I need just a little bit more dexterity, but that'd be kind of interesting. Let's take a look at what it actually seems to be. Huh. Other than that, pretty much the same move set as before. That said, I'm not using this thing. What a goofy weapon. No, not you. You. Alright, so there's a pretty minimal amount of souls and everything, but it should be, you know, everything I am looking for. That should be everything before I go right back to Godric, so let's go get into that second phase and get one where I'm actually going to be able to beat him this time. Man, that guy, I tell you. Anyway, when you finish up the fight, this dude appears over here.
A pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. Pushing me about like that. And after all that grafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would ya? Godric, you filthy slug. Feel it. Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath.
R.I.P. Bozo. Anyway.
Oh. Hello there. This weasel was... Godric was always looking down on me. He got what he bloody deserved thanks to you. I tell you though, what goes around comes around. He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugliest of ends, eh?
Classic FromSoft laughter. Well, you know what? Hey, not even gonna disagree. But of course, I did get a few very interesting items in the meantime. Boss souls, of course, do make something of a return here as remembrances. So it might be worth seeing what Godric's got to give me, because after all, he was wielding an axe during that entire thing. I'm guessing it's probably not related to the whole grafting deal. Usually that's how boss souls work. You get turned into something like that. Or I think it's like 20,000 runes. Pretty good. But of course, the other, maybe more important thing is right over here. You. Great Rune. Which this whole thing where I went over to that one kind of out-of-the-way grace point earlier. Now's the point to try and make a return over here. Because with the rune, it's not very useful until I'm actually able to power it up. And I'm definitely going to want to do that. One of the big things on the inventory that has been completely unfilled the entire game is finally going to have a use. See that upper left corner? There's just kind of an octagon that has nothing inside of it. Well, that's where those runes go, provide that I can make it usable. Well, all right. In the description for that, it also gives me a pretty good idea that I want to go over to the big tower. That's the place where you actually empower that thing. Took me quite some time to find when I was doing streams, trying to get backseated all over the place just to find my way over here. But thankfully, again, that's what the whole YouTube series is about here. Kind of sparing you. Me mauling at the fact that I don't understand directions. Okay, now come on. No horse here, right? Yeah, no, of course not. Don't get me wrong, I would love if I did have the horse here, but I don't. I should be mostly okay, provided I don't get hit point blank by an arrow, please. Please don't hit. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very kindly, Giant. And hey, at the end of this bridge here, we see a little mechanic that is going to appear quite a bit more in the game. These teleporters. I was actually looking for one over near that church. I found one earlier, but I can't remember exactly where it was now. But anyway, these appear kind of strewn across the land. Makes it very easy to travel back and forth between some pretty big distances, but they also seem to be kind of well hidden, at least to me. I don't know. Maybe I can go refine that again and hopefully get some access to it, because it leads to a cool area if I can get there. All right, Stormveil, the tower. This is what I'm looking for. And although I wasn't able to open up the gate to the castle in the first place, I can at least open up this one. Let's just say the hinges are greased a little bit better. All right, looking cool. Looking I'm about to fight a dragon rider from Dark Souls 2, but, you know, that's the first thing that I think of whenever I see something like this. Everybody always just baited him to make himself fall off the edge of that for an instant kill. I don't know, I found him pretty easy to fight regardless. But then again, I also started out with a club most of the time, which is a pretty effective weapon against any sort of heavily armored foe. Not in this game, though. No. That's why we got the axe. Maybe one cool grafted axe coming in later. Who knows? Being a boss soul, it might be one of those things that scales partially with faith. And I'm not going to build for that. Come on. Still, though, this is 100% worthwhile. Right over here, in between this very strange-looking statue, you can see sort of an ethereal version of that great rune that I just got. And there it is. Godric's great rune. Now taken unto myself. I have its power. Bow to me, birds. Whatever you're doing up here. Whatever. Anyway, let's go get back to the actual... Well, I suppose we can just go run right out here. Rather than teleporting to it. That's kind of a waste, isn't it now? All right, and I do believe now in the round table something else has opened up. Something that I did not realize for quite some time until, again, people told me about it on stream. Thank God for backseating. I do appreciate backseating, I'm going to be honest, especially in a game like this. Great runes. Oh, hell yeah, equip them up. Raises all attributes. And, I mean, in addition to finally having something in the upper left corner, if I have a rune arc, I don't. Works sort of like how humanity worked back in Dark Souls. Works how like embers or human effigies works. I'll be able to truly unlock the power of the great rune that I got there. But unfortunately not right now. Now it's just, you know, filling out the HUD. which is cool by itself, right? Okay. Back to the round table. I keep forgetting that you don't actually have to sit at this to use the fast travel. There. The controls of this game are sometimes a mystery to me. Well, previously you had to sit at the bonfires to be able to access whatever. This door up here was previously closed. Now open, I believe, by beating Godric and getting the Great Rune. You can also see another one of those living versions of one of that statue that I saw earlier. Hi.
Are you that new tarnished?
That's me.
You've done well. I am Enya, the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind, to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Okay. So anyway.
Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the Earth Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well,
maybe.
I'll lend you the strength of the fingers. Do cannot recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
Yeah, okay. Anyway, what are we doing? Remembrance will be lost. Get a grafted dragon. Really? Okay, that's silly. Or small dragon spouting fire. Weapon cannot be two-handed. Fair enough. That is faith. It is faith scaling. This one is not, though. Command thee kneel. All right, Axe of Godric. If I was going to take anything, that sounds like the one I'm looking for. Maybe? Maybe. I mean, yeah, or, you know, it's like this one being more of a fist slash, yeah, faith scaling weapon. Definitely not going to be useful. Let's check it out. Anything else to say?
Great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess, Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Fair enough. But I mean, hey, divine nonetheless, and that is a thing to be cherished.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Fingers are really into this whole killing all of the demigods thing, eh? Just curious, anything going on with you? You have a chair, not really using it. I guess I can understand. What's going on? Neat. Okay, well, that's something. I don't know what, but hey, whatever sort of guidance I can get. All right, next time to the lands beyond the castle that Godric ruled over. No longer, and currently doomed to spend the rest of eternity getting stomped on by one of his former, I don't know, commoners that he commanded. But anyway, until then, let's take a look at that axe I just got. Don't have the dexterity for it, but can still at least see what it looks like. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat.